Okay, so this is the next part of the series of setting goals in a goal setting template. Okay, so you have here the second section. So I show you the 3 sections. So this will be now the video where I show you how to use the template. So I have here an overview of all the goals: income, looks, knowledge, social status, goals for next period. So you just fill this out. So for example, let's say your goal is to make shows my income metric. Sorry, income. So let's say you're at like $20 right now. Sorry, yeah, $20 right now. Let's say some point in the future you're at 50. So for example, that means you're pretty much at 50% completion. And then you do the same for each other goal. Now, some goals cannot be quantified, so to say, so you have to work around that some way or some form. So over here you see like a reminder of how to value your time. Then you have here notes and reminders, temporary section, precious tasks, your mentor or social circles. Then there's the morning routine. So wake up, biological stuff, drink water, stretch, eat while reading a book, meditation, whilst eating, mindfulness and manifestation routine, where you practice gratefulness, visualize your day, and then you read out your affirmations, and then do some journaling, where you write in your journal throughout the day, read your goals, write your to-do list, plan for the day. Then there's organizing and performing small tasks. So you'll be opening folders, opening files, organizing files, creating, managing, completing tasks, log time and calendar, content planning for YouTube, Quora, and Reddit, and your other social medias. Next, you go into your work session, which will last for however long you want to last for. Then you have your what to do section. So let's say I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing. I see myself doing quite often. I write it here to remind myself, hey, stop doing that. And then there's to-do list. And then let's say at the end of the day, I will have here the tomorrow to-do list. And then here is the time blocks. So let's say you're working, let's say 60 hours per week. I'm not working 60 hours per week. Now, let's say you're working 60 hours per week, 6 days per week. So you put 10 hours per day, 60 divided by 6 is 10. So let's say you're working from, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, so work hours, you can leave that for now, just ignore that. That's something you could talk about in the future, this gas thing. By the way, first time mentioning this on the channel, the gas document. So that's this thing I'm working on called GARS, and you're probably gonna see it in the future. I'm not sure if I'm gonna call it that later on, but most likely it's gonna be called GARS. Right now it's December 23rd, 2024. Okay, so you write here activity by activity and then put the time. So let's say, for example, wake up 6 a.m. Then the next activity would be literally work 7 a.m. A long routine does not take 1 hour, it takes 30 minutes. It's just that I have like an hour of buffer time because sometimes I wake up later than others. Weekly tasks that I put here, which doesn't really fall on a day-by-day basis, so I put it here as weekly, likewise for monthly. Then once I keep scrolling through the day, I'd reach the nighttime routine where I brush my teeth, shower, journal, read, use a sleep aid if needed. And then this is the goals expanded. So I'd write a 100-word plan of my goal and how I'm going to achieve it, the strategies I'm going to use, and the tactics that I'm going to be used throughout my work, I guess you won't call it that. So strategy is like a broad range of what you're planning to do over a long time span. The tactics is like on the minutely basis. So this is where I rate goal very specifically. So for example, income is revenue minus expenses. Not really, but it's more complicated than that. And then you have a measurable metric, which should be dollars. Well, more specifically, income. The variables, these would be things that directly affect your income. So for example, cutting expenses, increasing revenue, doing outreach, so on and so forth. then you write your results here. So for example, if you want to track your income, you would have to look at all your landing accounts and then add them up, and then, well, it's more complicated than that. That's not how it really works exactly, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, so tasks, these would be like starting tasks just to get started with your goal. This is just used for initially starting your goal. After your task, you should just go into continuously using your to-do list, which you'll see for all your goals. So you shouldn't be hovering to scroll through this section. This is just random information that's not necessary for you. You plan on doing something like this. So the same format repeats for each other goal, and that's pretty much it. Also at the bottom here I have like, let's say I have a goal I want to, like a big goal I want to achieve for the next year or period. I put here under distant goals, and then quotes of the year. Like if someone says something that's like really quotable, especially from a guy like Charlie Morgan, then yeah, I'd write their quotes in this section right here, or maybe even like in the file. I have a file actually that has quotes from other people. So for like the biggest quote of the year, like the biggest top 3 will go here. And like if I look back at my goals, I would see this section and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. And then there's links. So any website URL that really helps me with my goal that isn't already bookmark will go here. Okay. Like it's not important enough to be bookmarked, it will go here.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing. You get me?